Pregame.com.
Welcome back to Pregame.tv. All right, this is the one. We wrap it up, put a bow on it. The Preakness 2013. Dave, we've talked about all the legitimate contenders. We talked about some long shots. Let's put it together. Your best bet for the Preakness.
Yeah, like I said in the earlier video, Golden Sense is my top pick. I'm going to be using him the most on top. I'm also going to be using my long shot Governor Charlie in tandem. Again, I think if the pace, if they're able to control the pace up front and stick around to the end, Governor Charlie is definitely going to help the price on the exotics, and no matter who gets in there with them. The closers, yeah, I definitely don't think you can stop not use Orb, but I'll definitely be using him with some of the other closers like My Loot and Oxbow, and also It's My Lucky Day. The best, if people really like Orb, again, even money in the morning line, but if you can bet him to win the Triple Crown, I think this would be the time to bet that. He opened at the win plus 240, got bet down to plus 210, and then some wise guys took back the minus 250 the other way and bet that back up. But you can get better than 2-1, and I think he's even money in this race. If he wins this, I don't see how he's less than even money in the Belmont.
It'll be worse in the Belmont because you're also going to get people that show up Belmont Day. If we're going for racing history, they go punch $2 tickets just left and right just to have souvenirs. Oh, I got the winning ticket on a Triple Crown winner, because it's not going to, it's going to pay $210, $220, $240, whatever, if it goes off odds on. One thing, and when I heard you talking, and one thing popped into my head the way you were talking about, you're putting the front runners together and you're putting the closers together. It's almost like in sports betting talking about a correlated parlay. If you like a certain team, if you think that team's going to win and their style is an underplay, you're tying that team with the under, or vice versa, team with the over. And that's a good strategy in doing what I like to call saver bets in big races, because again, these are races, the Triple Crown races, that get a lot of extra play. And God forbid, if Orb does not win or something happens to him, and I want to bring up Barbero, a few years ago, things do happen in horse racing. You're looking at a monster payout. So some saver tickets are always, I think, a great insurance policy in these Triple Crown races. With that said, who's my best choice? Obviously, I don't think they beat Orb. I think this horse is a legitimate Triple Crown contender. Like we said in the first video, we try to punch holes in the horses. This horse doesn't have a hole at this point. He's done everything asked of him. He's getting better with each race. His buyer figures are going up each race. The horse is coming out of the races good. His trainer is amazed himself when the horse goes out for the morning works, throws the word out freakish on his Monday workout. So who can beat him? We talked about it. I agree with you. I think Golden Sense is going to race back to the form that he showed before the Kentucky Derby. Throw the Kentucky Derby completely out. I also think that the newcomer departing is going to be a major factor in this race. I like that they skipped the Derby. And then, of course, My Loot raced well in the Derby. You would expect that same type of race here. I think that's where your exactas, trifectas, exotics are going to come from, is those three horses underneath, with Orb. But again, if Orb gets beat, you're looking at a monster payout, even if you got the second and third choice coming in next. So definitely put some saver tickets in there. That's what I say to do. Yeah,
that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to beat Orb here. I'm not going to go crazy, but like you said, great payoffs out there. I mean, I think obviously, as we've seen, the Belmont is where the favorite and the Triple Crown threat is the most vulnerable. So that'll be the time to really fire.
Great insight by you on, if you like Orb but you don't like even money here, betting Orb, put your money, for the Triple Crown, because you're going to get better price that way. And then, if you got enough on them for the Triple Crown, whenever you do get to it, you can take a couple saver bets on horses that can, possibly beat them, in the Belmont at a price. So it's a nice place to set up a couple of hedges too. So good work by you, Dave. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. We'll be back for Belmont coverage. The question will be, is it going to be just another horse race, or is it going to be a Triple Crown champion possibility? We'll find out in 3 weeks. He's Dave Tuley, Daily Racing Forum, aviewfromvegas.com. Check him out on Twitter. I'm Marco D'Angelo. You can find me at pregame.com. You can check out my selections, my actual selections and betting strategies for Saturday on the Preakness. I'll have that available with my sports plays on Saturday at pregame.com. Again, thanks for watching. We'll be back with the Belmont in 3 weeks.